everybody, welcome back to Card Curiosity, where we try to find the best possible ways to make a good return on your investment in the sports card world. Today, let's compare Topps Heritage 2025 baseball and 2024 Topps Heritage High Number. We love 2024 Topps Heritage High Number. The class is fantastic. You get great rookies and the potential for some really, really big autographs. 2025, we are not quite as high on. But in any case, both of these boxes, all of these boxes were $25 each. So we're going to go 2 of 25 versus 2 of 24. And what's tough about 2025 is that you have a huge checklist of 500 players, whereas the high number only has 250. And so the checklist is half the size, and there are better players. So that kind of gives them an edge right off the bat. But we are going to get some guaranteed chrome cards and sparkle cards from here. Not as many guarantees on the high numbers side, other than 3 exclusive green border variations. It is possible to hit autographs in both, and we've hit some pretty big ones from the high number side from 2024. We've hit some pretty big ones. We haven't been quite as impressed with 2025, so we'll get started with the blaster here. This is going to be our first pink coming up, but I'm just going to wrap the whole box. We'll run through it. You get green borders, some sparkles, things like that. So let's see if we can find the big rookies, big players, and see which side wins. All right, 2025 Heritage. So green border, Stephen Kwan. That's pretty nice. He's a great player for the Gardos, one of our favorites in our family. Gotta be careful for certain variations here. Cartoons are the tough ones, so sometimes that cartoon might be swapped. Here's our first pink sparkle. It's gonna be Kobe Mayo, rookie. So not too bad. That could be a $3, $4, $5 card. I know he's not playing a ton right now, but he's always tore it up in AAA, so I think at some point he'll put it all together. Ellie. There's James Wood. We'll take as many of his as we can. I think that's just going to be the base. We got a chrome of Springer. Next green border, Ibanez. Freeman there. I don't think that's anything crazy, just a base card. Shohei through the years. Harper. Churio. We've pulled Churio variations before. That one's just a base. We'll put it up there. He's a pretty good player, of course. Josh Smith. Batting leaders. There's Adley. Oh, nice. So Jordan Westberg on the refractor. Not numbered anymore. Starting this year. Another Kwan. Okay, chrome Stephen Kwan. All right, there we go. So, I mean, overall, I'd say like pretty decent hits. Just upside isn't anything too crazy. So I'm gonna slice these. These packs in 24 are much harder to get open. All right, jumping in. We'll slide through quick. All right, green border. Nothing there. Any variations? No. Second pack. We can get 8 packs here in the high number. Langford on the rookie. Hey, back-to-back Langford. Okay. Still think Langford has maybe some of the highest potential from the 2023 draft class. Hasn't quite lived up to expectations, but he's too good not to start getting better, so I think he'll figure it out. He's doing all right. This year, Jackson Holiday. Make sure that's not variation or anything. Holiday is another one that, like, his cards are much higher price-wise than the way that he's been playing. But I do think with a little time, he can figure it out. Jordan Beck. Nothing crazy there. Alright. So we've got our first Chrome. Austin Hedges. Alright, Siri, followed by a green border of Bowers. Files, two left on this box. Might need box number 2 to step up. Oh, these ones are a little bit damaged. Alright. So here's an example of alright. Box 1 victory goes to 2025 Heritage for sure. Okay, we got somewhat of a dud box there from high number. So you can see like the stack of like hits slash good cards, good players. Did much better on 2025. So let's see as we keep going here. If we can end up pulling a monster, we need some kind of a variation of a big rookie over here, I think, to get ahead. Okay. Elias, there's Holiday again. Another variation we'll look for is the city team swap. I do believe we got Jackson Holiday one where it said Baltimore instead of Orioles. So it can be tough to spot because they don't tell you when it's there. You just have to notice it. Could it be that we got the 2 worst Heritage boxes for this battle? Looks like we got a mini. Be good. Melee. So the minis go for, you know, 10 to 15 bucks usually, even the bad ones. So that helps. I think that's definitely going to be the most valuable card from both boxes so far. Alright, a couple packs left. Got Chrome. It looks like it's going to be silver. We have not had very much luck. There's an Aqua. Getting good, like, Chrome cards. Like, as much of this as we've opened. Mets. Diaz. So, got the good closer there. But, like, we really have struggled to hit good Chrome cards. We haven't got any Chrome. Paul Skeens, we've got nothing. Nothing crazy. I don't think we got any Jackson Holiday Chromes. No, maybe like one purple Jackson Churio, but like I said, that's not numbered. And so it's been somewhat difficult. David Fry, green border, white border. Somewhat difficult to find Chrome cards. Players that we need to find. So that's the only downside I see of 2024 Heritage. I know where there's a Shohei. Be worth a couple bucks. Last one, then we'll finish up here. Another Chrome. Let's see if we can get a good one, finally. Blasters also, you are unable to There's a Langford. You're unable in the blasters to get low numbered chrome cards, which is a bummer. Rays. So this could be Caminero. That'd be a nice one. It is not Caminero, it is Caballero. Alright. So Caminero would have been nice. Okay. So not the best box really. Show his okay. That one's probably worth a couple bucks. The mini's probably the best card. I bet we can get $10 for that thing. So not gonna do much to help us here. Let's see what the last box of 25 Heritage looks like. Again, we have not had much luck finding autographs in 2025 Heritage. In our mega case, it was not nearly as many as I thought. I think we got 2 autographs in 20 mega boxes. I saw somebody get like 4, I want to say 5 or 6 autographs in a blaster case. So it's the same price as Megas, but Megas got smoked. Alright. Let's see what we get. Shouldn't need much, I think, for the 25 to win this thing. Lindor on the chrome, that's going to help. With a couple bucks there. We got an upside down of Machado. Okay, so another pretty good one. And Managa there on the base. A chrome refractor, Father Son. Another one that's pretty good. Judge, you got Austin Riley, green border. Jose Ramirez right there. There's Dylan Cruz, okay, so decent Dylan Cruz card there. Player icons, as they're called. J-Rod, Tucker Meadows, Jansen. So the thing that they've done with the blasters this year for 2025 is that they add much more chrome. And so it feels like you're getting more cards that are good. But with the bigger checklist, it does feel a bit watered down as well. So you're looking for essentially 3 or 4 players out of a 500 card checklist, which can be pretty brutal. So I'm just checking for variations quick on the way out. But in this particular case, with these particular blasters, I think we can say that 2025 has won the challenge between 24 high number and 25 Heritage. All right, so total number of hits, you can see the stacks. More hits here for sure. Maybe nothing like crazy high value. I don't know that anything is going to be worth more than $3, $4, $5. Over here we definitely have a card that's probably going to be worth more, but in general not a ton of value beyond that. So regardless, both of them are fun. If you find them, you want to have a little fun, give it a shot. I'd say, I'd probably lean blasters, maybe even over megas after seeing how few autographs we got from our mega case. But the blasters from 2025 Topps Heritage seem to be a decent rip for sure. So until next time, stay curious.